Whoa, listener. Whoop-pow, bottom. Whoop-pow. That's the sound of me smacking your bottom. Whoop-pow. You've been demanding it. We're doing it. It's a Maddie, Lizzie, Ashley episode, a family episode. And it's so funny. It's Riff City. Lizzie doesn't have 10K on Instagram yet. Let me tell you why this is important. Because managers and agents won't take you seriously if you don't have a big following. So this really helps her with her career if you follow her. Now, some of you are probably like, what difference does it make between 8 and 10? The reality is it doesn't. But these managers and these agents are fucking stupid, listener. So we have to frickin' hand ourselves to them on a silver platter. We have to be irresistible. So go help Lizzie by following her, okay? She's so funny. Like, go watch her jokes. She's so funny. And also, support her. If you don't want the extra content, just mute her, you dumb bitch. Anyway, this episode is so funny. We get into asexuality. But so we spend a lot of time on demisexuality and it being on the asexuality spectrum. But it's also just a hilarious episode, and we do a fucking hysterical bonus episode. If you're not signed up yet, patreon.com/WHGS. It's truly one of the funnier stories I've heard submitted, and we have some great reactions. And then I am coming to San Diego, Detroit, Washington, D.C., Boston, Minneapolis, Chicago, Montreal, Toronto, Halifax, Atlanta, Seattle. There's more than that. Those are the big theater shows. We need to sell these out, guys. The tickets are moving, but they could be moving a little bit faster. And the good seats are about to go. So let me I'll hold up a picture. Look at this. Good seats, almost gone. This is Boston. This is what all the markets look like. Good seats, just about gone. Get on there. And it also helps me. It helps me plan. If I'm going to have to add cities, add shows, buying early really, really helps me. I don't know. I love you guys. I've been working on this new hour. You know what? I'll save this for the end. But leave this in. But I'll save the rest for the end. Enjoy the episode, guys. Listener, this episode is brought to you by Helix, my favorite brand of mattress. It's the best sleep I've ever gotten. Go take their 2-minute quiz and get matched with the perfect mattress for you. And right now, Helix has a 4th of July sale for 27% off site-wide. HelixSleep.com/gaysex. One more time, that's 27% off site-wide, exclusive for listeners of this podcast. HelixSleep.com/gaysex for 27% off site-wide. One more time, HelixSleep.com/gaysex. All women think they're fat. I definitely struggle with that. I know Jen does. Alex, do you struggle with your body image?
I'd say it's my #1 issue.
When you see someone like you or Jen being like, oh, I struggle with my body, I'm like, well, then why would I even try to get in shape?
That's what I was
going to
say.
Later.
I said that I struggle with my body.
And I love your hair.
Well, the people have demanded it. They've demanded it.
Have they really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
This is a good crew.
Yeah, it's a great crew.
I'm
going to be out-riffed. I'm going to be struggling to keep up with the pace of riffing.
Well, you know what this looks like?
Supersonic riffers.
Well, we both just woke up.
You know the two houses on the Pacific Coast Highway where there's like the goth one and then like
the purple and pink one?
and then the surfer.
That's so funny. Oh my God.
God, do you write these on the way? How do you do this? You're so good.
No, both of you.
Oh, thanks.
Both of you are really, truly atomic level, or supersonic level riffers.
Subatomic level. Barely detectable. Theoretically, a lot of power. No one can get it out.
Yeah, nobody's aware of it.
You don't know exactly what the riff is or how fast the riff is moving at the same time.
Subatomic, it's a bomb.
Well, Maddie and Lizzie. So Maddie is the hall monitor / virgin. And then we have the classic bisexual with a boyfriend.
Classic.
That's what you got?
Yeah.
Oh, brutal. I want to pick again. That
What would
It is like a famously shit on group of people.
more so than virgins?
That's so cool.
No,
though.
although I feel like
I want to have a boyfriend.
that's
That's what you got. You're like, that's because that's what I'm doing. I have a boyfriend.
I do have a boyfriend, but also I think virgin is kind of in right now. I think it's having like
Lord.
Oh, sorry. Are you talking about the artist?
Yeah.
Is she a virgin?
Because it's a very virgin thing to go, Lord.
Lord,
As in
Lord
Jesus?
help me if I ever see another dick again in my life. And Lord help me if I ever have to put that kind of gravy in my biscuit
Lord
again.
help me if I ever have to fuck someone that's not my husband.
What's going on with Lord? She's a virgin?
No, she released. There's an album out or coming out called Virgin.
Oh, I didn't know it was called Virgin.
Because you're not in the community.
You're right. I'm not.
Yeah.
Were you on with Grace Ryder? We should get Grace back
No, I would love
because
to be.
Grace is a virgin.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think she came on with Kylie.
Oh, right on.
So we should have Grace back with you so you guys can talk about being virgins. Because she had some really interesting...
Gay virgin. I would like the distinction of gay virgin, please.
On this podcast, it's just virgin.
Yeah. It's also, it is, I think it's cool. I think it's cool to be a virgin right now.
Go on.
Well, because
Well, because the rest of, like, I'm like I talk to people in the audience sometimes who are either virgins or married the first person they had sex
Talking
with.
to a virgin is a great crowd work
It's
engine.
really fun.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like the easy thing is to be like fucking dork, loser, virgin, you know?
That's what I would do.
But I'm like,
stop throwing me easy assists.
but I'm like, well, I fucked so many people that I truly hate, like more than I, like more than hate, like people that I wish I had never met in my life. And so I'm almost like jealous of a virgin.
Right,
You know?
right.
Like I'd rather be a virgin than have done that.
But was it good sex with the people that you hate?
Sometimes, not always. Sometimes it was real bad.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I hate. I really feel like sort of indifferent. Like I think I feel about them like, oh, she was really nice.
Yeah, because they're women.
Oh yeah.
I don't hate any of the women I've had sex with. They're beautiful.
I've liked all the guys that I've had sex with, but I think that's because I'm so almost asexual that my straight sex life looks like a lesbian sex life.
Well, I think you're demisexual, but we can't say that because the branding is bad for it.
The branding's very bad. I was actually reading an article
annoying?
about article. Article is
annoying.
a strong word. I think more of a blog, but we interviewed Chapel Roan on this podcast.
Yeah, I
in
missed that one.
2023.
fuck.
Sorry about that. Yeah, but why am I bringing this up? Oh, many people referenced that episode because she said she was demisexual in the episode.
really?
So many people.
Okay, maybe it'll become chic.
Right.
If she keeps saying it, it could become chic like being a virgin is.
Please, Chapel, I need that.
But people were saying that demisexual is on the ace spectrum. And I was like, very
Crazy that to be gay, you have to like go back to school.
I know, seriously.
I'm gonna write flashcards.
I did want to follow up on that because I didn't know who this person was. It didn't feel like they were an academic or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to push back and just be like, well, then what isn't on the ace section?
Right.
Because if
it
it's
sounds like
it's a full spectrum of sort of there's gray area about what sex means to you, whether
Yeah.
or not you enjoy it, whether you're repulsed by it. And I'm saying this in like a genuinely inquisitive way.
Yeah.
If you can,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What's your fucking problem? Inquisitively.
And cite your sources. You're like, okay, my parents.
Definitely gonna go parents first.
I love my parents.
but it is interesting because
OCD, sorry.
you're fully getting railed, comes flying out of your nose, like you're.
This has happened. This is known. This is documented.
You're fucking. And so to say that you are anywhere on the ace spectrum because you're demisexual is sort of a little confusing to me.
I agree with that. I also think,
Listener, write in. Like, explain.
If it's on a
Explain yourself, listener.
yeah.
Inquisitively. Kindly, respectfully, what the fuck?
Yeah, what do you mean by it? Well, I feel like demisexual is like, there's still an inherent sexuality to it.
Right.
And asexual is like, the whole point is that there's a lack of.
Right. And some people say, well, I have sex with my partner. I don't enjoy it, but I enjoy that they're enjoying it.
well,
There
also
are-
What
no,
are you, a married straight person?
Dude. Don't even get me started on this. There are so many straight women that I know that I'm like, I think you are just asexual.
I completely agree.
Wow.
I've also seen a lot of like TikToks of girls being like, you ever date a guy so mean to you, you think you're asexual for 6 months? And I was like, oh my God.
It's just basically sexuality is complicated. Different things
Yeah.
can light you up.
And I was gonna say it makes sense for demisexual to be in the middle kind of that spectrum because it's like not interested in sex, always interested, not all, but you know what I mean, interested in sex for sex sake, and then
There are
interested
people
in
that
sex
are
when it's yeah. but the thing is, some people can be demisexual. Like I think you can be demisexual and then like, but when you have that connection with someone, you're like horned up all the time. Like it doesn't necessarily mean less sex drive. It just means sex drive under certain circumstances.
Yeah. It's truly the most broad category, and they know that. It's not like they don't know. I've read that you can use that label, you know, and then drop the label and then use the label.
Well, there's a part of me also that's like, unless you're literally walking around with your pussy spread at all times, you're on the demisexual
Right.
spectrum.
Right, totally.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
I love that you did that.
I like.
And it's hard to walk around like that because I'm only using one arm for momentum. The other
Right.
arm is spreading my
And you
lips.
have a bag. It's New York. You have a bag. So you have to hold it.
But yeah, I've had sex with so many people, and even every time.
I'll throw a sleigh on the board for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What do you think is like so many?
Like 120.
You think I've slept with 120 people?
Is it more?
No, it's less. It's
Oh, really?
significantly less.
I'm going off straight
60.
guy friend numbers.
It's closer to that.
Sleigh.
But every time the best part is the talking.
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
Every time.
The talking
and that
is
feels demi
before.
to me. Yes.
The after.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
if you're
sometimes
making-
they biff that big time.
Yes.
But the before.
There
the
are
before
some
is
people
fun.
that I'm like, you have got to stop talking.
Yeah.
Because I like the way you look.
Yeah.
So you must stop. And it really, when I talk to someone stupid, boring, I mean, I dry up.
And I can't fix my face at all.
I-
like
I
they
told
know.
you, that's on, according to this chart, on the asexual spectrum.
See, that
Even after you fuck them?
So it's called phrasexual. Sexual attraction fades after initially meeting someone.
Some of
So
this
you-
is
Some
called
of this
being
is
a
just-
person.
yeah.
that's the thing.
They just theorized post nut clarity. That's nothing, dude.
That's like if it's helpful for you to use these labels, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I also do think that some of these labels are just behaviors that most people have to some degree.
I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know who's making all these flags because there's about
just
9
people.
Obviously some graphic
identities on
designer in
this, and
Brooklyn.
every single one has its
No.
own flag.
I do want to clarify. I meant that lovingly. I do think there's some. I don't know. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe
Oh my
should we
God.
cut that? I don't know.
No qualifiers. Everyone knows
Here
I
we
love
are.
these
I'm
people.
genuinely.
No,
I'm like,
you're right.
I genuinely I'm like having like very literal language to describe things and contextualize things to yourself does seem like it would be comforting.
Well, what's that bottom one?
Apothesexual, someone who identifies as asexual and
As an
is sex
apothecary?
repulsed.
Yeah.
So that's just classic asexual.
That's classic ace.
Yeah.
But we got chorisexual, disconnection between oneself and sexual target of arousal. Gray sexual, very rarely having sexual attraction and or very specific circumstances.
Ding ding ding.
Wait, sorry, say it again.
That could be you.
That's gray sexual.
Gray sexual?
But there is purple in the
Again,
flag. Which
I
is
do
kinda
feel like we
fucked
have a
up.
branding issue here. Gray sexual?
Yeah, why does that one get gray? But the other one gets a word I can't pronounce.
Right.
Also, like, are you guys trying to teach me that this is what I am, so I'll never fuck a guy again? Because only a woman is gonna sit down while I like explain this shit. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna
When
be
are
like,
we going to the
a
woods?
guy, to a guy. It's
We
not
have
called
to go to
gray
the
sexual.
woods.
It's called like I have a headache.
What are you doing on Wednesday?
I'm out of
I think
town.
I'm here.
Fuck
damn.
you.
I know.
think I spat on
but
you,
my
I'm
mom's
sorry.
having surgery, so now I win the conversation.
Is she okay?
Man, she will be, hopefully. She is now. She is it's okay. She's okay.
All right.
You know, but old people have surgery and anything could happen. I'm gonna knock on that.
Knock on that. It's wood.
It's wood.
Is it bad that I said?
Oh my God, Maddie,
No.
no.
No, but just because
I thank God you're here. No one ever else jumps in to tell
know.
Maddie.
I know.
That, yeah, what's up?
was just ready to take a a note from
No,
Maddie.
don't.
Okay.
No more accommodating.
Oh, okay.
Wait, but how did we get on that before? Because we were talking about
I don't know.
that some of this is just like being a person and like.
I do think there's some things that, and like you said, if it makes you feel better, then absolutely go for it. But I think there's some of these things that people are confusing sexuality with like a personality trait.
I think
Yes.
it's super. You know what?
Oh
No, you go.
no, because it's
It just feels of the internet age because if you are going to Google what is the thing that you're feeling and you're looking for
Yeah.
others, it certainly helps to have a search term
totally.
to build community.
Yeah.
I agree with
and to
that,
look,
yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
100%. But is it something that we need to rigidly always be defining on behalf of other people?
And like
No.
and telling other people that they are that. It's
Yeah.
like, well, maybe she just likes fucking funny people. You know? There should be one for that.
I do love chuckle fucker.
Chuckle-
I do,
the chuckle fucker
I-
fact?
well, just because someone fucks
flag.
a
Wait, what'd you say?
Hail Mary. I was trying to say, whoa. I was trying to say chuckle fucker flag.
she
And
missed
you
a,
said-
she missed a load bearing L in there.
chuckle fucker are my fans. I'm pretty sure.
But chuckle fuckers, by the way, are fucking stand up comedians, not necessarily funny people. You know what I
Sometimes
mean?
they
Sometimes
are.
they're
Sometimes
fucking famous people.
Sometimes that's true. That's true. So, and sometimes they're the funniest because they want to be stand-up comedians.
Yes,
They're
I
like,
love
yeah.
chuckle fuckers though.
Yeah, I do too.
I think they're good for the comedy ecosystem. You know what I mean? They buy tickets, first of all.
Bottom feeders.
Yeah. Well, they fuck the guys that we don't want. Somebody's got to fuck these guys because they're mean to us when they're not getting laid. I don't want to do it. They do it. Love them. Thank you for your service.
I'm not gonna fuck them.
I'm not gonna fuck them.
A whole middle class of road features would go extinct.
Literally.
Yeah.
Thank
What
you.
would we do without them?
Well,
Oh my god. Well, I kind of have a fun story that I prepped. It's not like super in depth, but obviously the I don't know if you guys are paying attention. Knicks played the Pacers.
Yeah.
Eastern Conference Final. First time we've been in the and for everyone at home, I'm sorry. First time we've been in the Eastern Conference Final since I was a little kid, something like 25 years. You Knicks fan?
yeah.
Okay, so the last time I went to a Knicks playoff game, my father took me. My dad was a huge sports fan, and we saw Michael Jordan play
Oh my God.
Holy
at
fuck.
the Garden. So,
Jesus.
Holy fuck.
isn't that cool?
That's so cool.
Yeah. And, you know, what a wonderful memory. And so when the Pacers always take us out, by the way, we've had this rivalry with the Pacers. I used to watch my dad scream at Reggie Miller on the TV at the Pacers. And so Jen and I was like, maybe we should go to a Knicks game.
I saw on your Instagram that you did this, and I was so excited for you.
Thank you so much. I know.
And then
know.
I was like,
and then the end.
I told my boyfriend, I was like, my friend Ashley's there. That sucks.
Well, first of all, we looked up the tickets online at Madison Square Garden, which were so
Crazy.
prohibitively expensive.
Crazy
Like
expensive.
what, like 60,000 or something?
The front row might have been.
Yeah.
I mean,
But even the like nosebleeds,
but the
were, like, it's not
nosebleeds were close to
happening.
$1,000.
Me and some of my friends looked too, and we were like, I mean, this because we were ready to be like, let's be fucking crazy and spend $250 bucks.
Exactly.
And then we were like, okay, never mind, sorry.
So then we thought, well, I have tons of Delta miles, and because I stay at hotels all the time, I get a free stay one night at any Hilton hotel that I
Yeah.
want. Shout out Hilton. So I said, I've got the free night. I've got like literally 1 million miles. Should we see what they are in Indianapolis?
Whoa.
Yeah.
So we looked it up, and they were, I think, maybe 6-7 times cheaper.
Wow.
yeah, of course.
So we got some, solid, not great seats, but like
Yeah.
solid seats. And we went, and it was so much fun to be in the
Yeah.
stadium.
Even though you were on their turf, you
even
still,
though I knew they all voted for Trump, I was
and
having,
boy did they. Even looking at them on TV, I was like, oh my God, this
Yeah.
is the whitest basketball game I've ever seen in my
Hey, yo,
life.
and let me tell you, their dancers, those girls, Terrible.
Yeah.
Bottom of the barrel dance. I mean, these
Were they
girls,
wearing a t-shirt and yoga pants?
it was essential. They were not in unison.
Yeah.
I mean, Jen.
Put on a sparkly leotard at least.
I'm so sorry if this is offensive to those girls. Good for you for finding a way to do your art. Who am I to say that you're not going for it? But Jen turned to me and she was like, I could make this team tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jen,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It was rough.
Yeah.
The pace mates is what they call them.
All of their like nickname stuff sucks.
It sucks.
The shirts that say yes sirs with
Yes.
the CER, hate it.
Awful.
Hate-
I'm
and
so glad. I
and they
didn't
were
know you
all
were-
wearing them.
Yeah.
It was
We have
horrible.
one. We took it as a souvenir.
Also, I was like, their like courtside celebrity row compared to ours
Oh.
is so embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
We have Kylie Jenner, Timothy Chalamet, Ben Stiller. They had like
They had Timothy Chalamet and Ben
For-
Stiller
yeah.
rooting for the other
Right.
team.
That's
then,
hilarious.
And then it cut to Triple H, the wrestler, once, and he looked mad even though they were winning. I was like, you guys stink. You stink.
It didn't go to air, but he did something crazy.
He did?
He goes, Timothy Chalamet and Ben Stiller are here. Let's send those sons of bitches home.
Oh my God. Actually, I love that. I love that because I love
And
wrestling.
I turned to Jen and I was like, that guy says all the time.
For sure.
But
he kind of just did with his eyes.
yeah. I mean, it was a while, and this is the gay sex part that I wanted to talk about. Something happened in that arena that would never, ever happen in New York City. And I think it's sort of gay sex related. So, you see all the different things that the different teams do. They have bad dancers. And I will say their halftime act was fantastic. This woman named Red Panda, who did basically juggling on a very tall unicycle. I enjoyed her.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I enjoyed her.
Whoa.
But apparently she goes everywhere.
I love when the halftime show is the one with the little dog. You know what I'm talking about? There's like a guy who has a little dog and it like walks on a basketball and then it like jumps on his shoulders and his head.
I don't know that
It's a
one.
great one.
I was at the
Look it up.
halftime show at the Carolina Hurricanes game one time when I was like in elementary
You
school.
did the halftime show?
Our synchronized ice skating team was the halftime show at the
Oh
Carolina
my God.
Hurricanes game.
I hate it when they bring out the kids. The kids suck.
The kids suck, but you doing synchronized ice skating is amazing. I always forget that about you, and then it comes up out
I
of
know,
nowhere.
it's so crazy
and it
to imagine
lights
Maddie
up my
doing it.
life. It's so
so
fun.
Do you have any material
we
about
need-
it?
No, I should. It
We
was
need
like
to get video.
Yeah.
Can you
I
bring
can
in
I
some
can procure video. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Please
Do you
bring a
ever
video.
hit the ice rink in Prospect Park?
Yeah,
and
yeah. I
stomped
still
on
have my
them?
old skates.
Wow.
They
Did
still
you
fit.
ever
We
just
gotta
see?
go.
You ever see someone just doing their thing and you sync up with them and lock eyes and you're like, yeah, I got this, motherfucker.
What's the best trick that you can still do?
Like a spin
Okay.
of some kind.
I
like
mean,
a
it's
pretty
front
good.
spin.
It's pretty tough.
Yeah,
this stuff.
like I didn't actually really get any like hard jumps because a lot of that stuff was like footwork and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I actually don't.
it's hard.
It's alright. I fully derailed your story.
I think this comes into the diagnostic criteria of asexuality now that I'm thinking about it.
Synchronized ice dancing. Yeah, dude.
it might be a gay man.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, I've had this thought
We
many
talk
times.
about this all the
is-
time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you see it?
Yeah. That might be why we're friends.
That might be why I hate you.
Wow. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I'm picking
Put a
up
pin
on
in
that.
Well, anyway, they're doing the Jumbotron. They're filming people. They cut to a woman in a very tight, kind of sparkly top. It's super tight. And the woman has huge knockers.
Awesome.
I mean, we're talking...
Awesome.
Wait, and is she on the cheer squad or she's just a lady?
No, she's just a lady.
Okay.
Is she an older lady?
Well, here's the thing. We don't know. Because all we see on the Jumbotron is the tits. And
No
the
face.
Oh my God.
And the nipples are hard. So they've gone... It's all tit, dude. No, you can't see anything but tit.
Wow.
And it's not like low cut or anything. They're covered. And they cut her face, which I thought I became really, really angry because if they had just included her like a regular human
Yeah.
being and not objectified her by turning her tits into an object to be observed
On a
On the
jumbotron.
jumbo.
on the
Yeah.
jumbotron.
Yeah,
If they had
Jesus.
just cut to her and her friends dancing, we
Yeah.
could have all enjoyed those tits.
Yes. Yes.
All of us could have enjoyed the tits.
They took the fun out of it.
But for the men, there was this very specific. It was only on the jumbotron 3 seconds, maybe. There was Jen nailed it. There's this very specific sound that wasn't just like applause, like yeah, because even that I would have felt okay with. The sound was like, oh, like
Yeah.
got her. It was
Ooh.
definitely like Jen described it as got her, and I was like, that's exactly what it was. It was this kind of sound like someone just hit their
Yeah.
nutsack and jackass. Like it just
Yeah.
it was so. And I thought to myself, if you did that in New York City, you'd be canceled. You would have lost
Yeah,
your
you'd absolutely
job.
be fired.
You would have lost your job.
Yeah.
But in Indianapolis, I mean, I imagine they do that every week.
Yeah.
And I was shocked. I was shocked by it because there's so many great ways to enjoy tits respectfully,
Yeah.
you know? And we all love them. We don't have to not love them.
Everybody loves them. Even people who don't fuck women love them.
Yeah, every gay men love boobs.
Oh my God. Listen, I got big boobs and I got gay guy friends and they love them. I talk about them more than the straight guys I know. Every time I show up to a place, they're like, okay, tits. I'm like, okay. Whatever happened to hello?
But yeah, it was pretty interesting. And I go to the Liberty Games. I'm a season ticket holder, and I just thought about the energy at the Liberty Games.
Oh my God.
And I was
yeah.
just like, these
They do that. They stand up like it's the national anthem.
it's just
Land of the free, home of the brave. But also, the fact that that's the team that's beating New York, it feels very like when you
Indicative,
started to
yes.
realize like the thigh gap was coming back and the Kardashians weren't using as much self tanner and like you know what I mean? It's like ooh,
I didn't
red
know
wave.
about the Kardashians were not using the
Well,
self
just-
tanner.
Oh yeah,
Like,
they're
they just,
white
like-
again.
Yeah, they're like white again, and they like all like got their BBLs reduced.
To
and
be
like,
fair, you're damned if you do, if you damned if you damned
Yeah.
if you don't. If they use the self tanner, they're doing blackface.
No,
if they
truly.
don't use the self tanner,
Yeah.
they're doing clean girl look.
Yeah.
but the thing is, but people were saying that like all these trends were coming up like as it was like, oh, this should have predicted that Trump was winning. Like the long dresses, the kind of trad wife
The rise
homesteading.
of like conservatism as an aesthetic.
yes, and the Pacers winning also feels like that.
Yeah.
Now
it's,
knowing this.
And I wish liberals would just lift their head up and look around for a second.
I know.
Before taking down more liberals and being, you know, it's just like, it just made me sad. It just made me sad. But then at the same time, it made me really glad to be a New Yorker and a Liberty
Yeah.
fan. And the Liberty energy is just
God, I
as
fucking love that
it's
team,
just
dude.
as strong as that Pacers energy, but it's so fucking like,
Yeah.
it's just positive.
Yeah.
It-
The way that my boyfriend and I seamlessly transitioned from sending each other Knicks fan edits to sending each other Liberty fan edits, we were like, okay, it's Liberty time now.
Yeah. Do you go to the games?
I haven't been to a game yet, but I really want to go. But we
Oh
watch
my-
all the games.
I'll bring you.
I would love to go.
Yeah.
That would be great.
If I have 3, I'll bring both of you.
I love
yeah.
them.
Yeah, but if I only have 1, I'm bringing Lizzie. It sounds like she's more invested.
Yeah, you'd have to explain it to me. It'd probably be a real drag.
I think I was trying to show you a video of one of the games from the finals last year when Sabrina hit that 3-point shot.
That 3-point
I
shot
was like trying to
everything.
show it to all my friends and being like, no, you don't get it. You don't get why I'm so excited about this.
Sabrina not being gay is truly
I
one of the biggest
know.
losses to the.
I know.
To the
And not to
community.
be like a shady person, but have you seen her husband? I thought it was going to be like, I don't know, a different kind of guy.
What kind of
Just
guy?
like a more chill, like fun. He seems so, he's like kind of a scary guy.
They're athletes. They're both
Yeah.
like.
They're very
athletes.
intense. They're like
Yes.
incredibly, and it makes sense because she's so good that they would be that intense.
Yes.
But you like put a narrative on someone where you're like, they win something and you're like, you're fun. And then you're like, oh, right. Your whole personality is being intense about
Yeah,
this.
which would make her a great lesbian.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I wish she were lesbian. She's so pretty and like, God, she would kill
Yeah.
it. She would kill it.
Yeah.
She would kill it with women.
I know, but they have to stop putting her in heels. When they do the the walk through, the like tunnel walk through, and they like take videos of their outfits. Her stylist is putting her in these like huge pumps.
Do you think she wants to be in them?
Maybe, but I also think that she could find something like that does the same thing but is easier to walk in.
I have noticed this from like other female athletes
Yeah.
always, where they'll dress them up super feminine, like, but they're walking like an athlete. So it looks
They're walking like an
weird.
athlete, and it looks like maybe, and this is, I'm not saying this in a bad way, but it looks like maybe she hasn't walked in heels a lot in her life, so she's
Right,
not
right,
comfortable.
right.
And I'm watching it, and I'm like, she's gonna break her fucking ankle, dude. I
Right,
get
well,
so
that's the other
nervous.
thing.
That would be so sad for women's sports if that happened.
I know, and then all the men would be like, see?
It has it has nothing to do with like gender, sexuality. It's just
I like the team, and I don't
please
want her
preserve
injured.
those fucking ankles.
Exactly.
Those ankles are worth millions
I'm like,
of
can we
dollars.
put them all in sneakers all the time? Sneakers are chic now. You can wear a sneaker and a fun pant, and you'll look great. Stop putting them in heels. I get so
you
scared.
can wear sneakers and a dress.
Yes, totally.
And that's why I don't even mean like, oh, they're walking like athletes. I mean like they are athletes.
Yes.
No,
So
no,
why
exactly,
would they also have
exactly.
to be able to do like a fashion runway?
Exactly.
And it is a different type of thing. Like I can't walk in heels. I can't.
It's hard.
It's so hard. You have to learn how to do that. And you have to learn how to, do the thing. Grapevine.
Grapevine?
They do their runs.
Oh, yeah.
I know neither. I can't walk like an athlete or a girl in heels. I'm useless.
Is Grapevine an athlete thing?
It's
I
like
don't know.
a, yeah,
running,
it's like
it's
a
little
warm up
running exercise.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's my gay sex from this week. Listener, this episode is brought to you by Helix, my favorite brand of mattress. And the patriotic folks at Helix are offering you an incredible sale for the 4th of July. When our founding fathers lay their head down on a sack of hay or whatever crap they had to sleep on, do you think they were thinking about the inalienable civil rights of Americans? Or do you think they were thinking, damn it, there's no lumbar support in this bag of corn husks? If our American founding fathers could look at where we're at today, political turmoil, a constitutional crisis, and a heated debate about the executive branch, they'd say none of that matters because I'm sleeping like a baby on my Helix mattress. I know I am, George, because I went to helixsleep.com/gaysex and I took the 2-minute mattress quiz and I got matched with the perfect mattress for me. And ever since then, I've been sleeping like a baby, and I have chronic pain. And Helix is one of the ways that I manage that. I cannot recommend it enough. And neither can Abraham Lincoln. All they had were their constitutional rights. And we don't need those because we get good sleep and have air conditioning. So head on over to helixsleep.com/gaysex for 27% off site-wide, exclusive for listeners of We're Having Gay Sex. One more time, that's helixsleep.com/gaysex for 27% off site-wide, and that is exclusive for listeners of We're Having Gay Sex. helixsleep.com/gay-sex. Do either of you have a story you want to share?
I have a thing, but it didn't result in gay sex by any means. But
It's okay.
I did a show recently, and a girl from the audience was talking to me after. But she was in the audience, but she knew someone on the show. Okay. So she
Have
was
you
like,
had any gay sex fans come to anything yet?
not yet.
Okay.
But I also haven't.
What are you doing?
I mean, the last show I did was in like the absolute boonies of upstate New York, and I was
That's
like,
where they are.
no, this place. I was like, I don't know if they can leave comfortably
was it?
here. I forget the name of the town. Fish something.
Fishkill?
Yeah.
Why have I been there? Okay, keep going.
I don't know, but I kept saying that the show made me want to fish myself. It was tough, dude. I told a joke about cops beating their wives, and a guy walked out and he had a Blue Lives Matter thing on his sweatshirt. But I was like, thanks for just walking out.
Yeah, that's the correct thing to do.
Because I thought you were going
now
to throw a pint
imagine
glass
hearing
at me.
a joke that disagrees with you and just
getting up and leaving.
rather than having the comedian.
The message from this podcast is be like the police.
Be like the police, who are always so calm and measured in their reactions.
Sounds like a good apple if I ever heard of one.
I think I might have said something about him being a good apple, but
I think the apple's right.
But I after a show in New York, there was this girl talking to me who knew one of the comics, and she was like, if she wasn't in Brooklyn, she would have been like visibly queer, but because everyone is dressing like that in Bushwick, it's hard to say.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
that inflation.
I would. That's a great. I would actually love to talk about that because I heard a term from one of my younger fans. I'm gonna, I'm old. One of my younger fans, that I hadn't heard before. I think the term was gay fit.
I haven't heard that either.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you look up gay fit?
Like a gay
I feel like
fit?
I get it.
One word.
Like a
The
gay
way
outfit?
the way they used it though was to imply that these people
Are straight
or like really on the outskirts of,
Were they
sort
having
of.
a problem with it, like queer baiting? Because if that is,
No,
I'll fight people on that.
I don't think it was like that. I think it was more like appropriation of struggle. They were like
Yeah.
annoyed
But
because
that's what. Okay, but this is a messy thing because everyone got. I think I've said this on here before. Everyone got mad at Billie Eilish for like queer baiting and whatever, and like seeming lesbian during that
Maddie-
one music video. And then she actually is queer, and she just didn't want to come out of the closet yet.
Maddie. No one is questioning. Everyone knows that you're gay.
Oh no, I'm actually not. That's actually not even about me.
Maddie, everyone
There's-
knows that you love Billie Eilish.
I'm not seeing any sort of no hits on any
Maybe I don't have-
widespread use of the word gay fit in that context. It's
Okay.
mostly like
Maybe-
Instagram pages for gay male fitness groups.
Yeah, that would.
Maybe I didn't
over
hear
that
it right, but it definitely felt like a vocab word that I.
But I
needed.
mean,
I'll do some more research. So
But I know
do
these
think it's
straight
interesting.
guys in Bushwick who are like painting their nails and wearing a carabiner because they don't know that that's what that means,
Yeah.
But they're like seeing people they think are cool dressing that way. And I do,
straight men wearing carabiners.
they
is
are wearing carabiners.
so funny to me.
It's so funny. And they're wearing like, they're
That's what I
wearing
do because I used to do that to feel like a boy.
funny.
It's really full circle.
It's funny too because for lack of a better term, they're wearing these little gay outfits and they know it. But they're like, there's an insidiousness with some of them because some of them are like absolute misogynistic pigs.
Okay, that's
and they've
horrible.
learned that women will inherently trust them if they seem liberal or queer or like. I used to know
point.
someone who identified as like some kind of gender fluid, like used he, they pronouns, and then was like groping women in queer spaces. And it was like, well, yeah, you like found a way in, So there's definitely that going on. But also, queer people have always been like, at least fashion wise, kind of on the forefront of cool. So it makes sense that like, this girl that I'm talking about, if she wasn't queer, might be like, oh, all the cool people that I know dress like this.
Yeah.
And I want to dress like this too.
I think, but now more than ever because queer people are more visible than ever.
Yeah.
It's kind of like AI, where it's like once it learns to talk like you, we have to like invent something new that it can't copy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just start talking weird, so like that you can tell who's a bot and who's not.
Yeah.
Gay fashion has to do something like
It's
that.
just an interesting time because I don't believe in leaving people out of the community. But I do think there are bad faith people,
Yeah.
bad actors
Yeah.
that use therapized language,
Yep.
queer language in
Yeah.
order to kind of honestly further their white privilege. It's like
Yeah.
a really to use the oppression card when they're not really oppressed. It's just a really super complicated time.
Totally.
And then honestly, to go back to those flags, I'm like, sometimes that's why I resist that language too, because then it's really easy to have all the words to describe yourself and have that like be a barrier to like looking inward because you have this like really clear idea of who you
Yeah.
are versus like I want to judge myself more on my actions more than like my idea of myself.
Yeah.
So I'd
Yeah.
rather not construct a very complicated idea of myself. I'd rather just like take it day by day.
Also, an idea of yourself to know yourself. Just live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Have sex or don't. It's okay either way. But just,
Yeah. do your
just
thing.
do your thing, man.
Yeah, if my Instagram bio isn't like not a pole vaulter. It's like who gives a fuck? It has nothing to do with me.
I do identify as not a pole vaulter. That feels very true to who I am. You will never catch me on one of those things.
I will say maybe the best answer to all of this is just to be like the Midwest mom who doesn't know the words but is very supportive.
But is like, love
like,
it.
I love whatever
it.
you're
Yeah,
doing. Whatever you're doing, honey, you go and do it, and I'm here for you. If you
Yeah.
can just talk to yourself that way.
And I feel like we've made them the butt of the joke a lot, and it's like they're really doing great.
Yeah,
You know?
that's the secret to life.
Yeah.
Just being
Yeah.
and accepting others.
Yeah.
Thank you, Barb.
Thanks, Barb.
Wait, where were you going with your story?
Okay, so I was talking to this girl, like
Not a pole.
like short blonde bob, bleach blonde bob, bandana, tiny tattoos. You know what I mean? Like this could be a queer person or it could not be, whatever. And I very much am not a person who, when I talk to someone, thinks they're hitting on me. Like, that's never my first instinct.
Always my first instinct, no matter what.
I love that. And I feel like I'm friends with a lot of people who are like that, and I'm so the opposite. I mean, I was like fat.
If it's a woman.
Yeah.
If it's a man, I'd never get there.
Right.
It takes me hours.
Which is funny because it probably is a lot. I mean, men are like, you could have every signifier that you're gay out there, and men are like, nah, I think she's cool. But I just like, I never think people are hitting on me. You could be like, whatever. So this person was doing what I would do if I was flirting with someone. Like very like touchy, laughing.
Touchy
like,
here?
Yeah, touchy there. Touchy
that.
kind of like like touching my hair.
Whoa.
And to the point where even I'm like, okay, this person, and I famously do have a boyfriend, so I was kind of like, this is very nice, but I was not reciprocating the flirting, right? So whatever. That
Just standing there stiffly as someone touches your hair.
Get away from me!
Very funny to me.
No, I mean, I was just being like, oh, hey, thanks for coming to the show. But anyway, then we talked for like a while, and then she walked away, and her friend who was on the show was still there. So I was like, oh, I think your friend was kind of hitting on me, which is again something I never say, but it was so obvious. And the person I was talking to goes, oh, she's weird. And that has been ringing in my head every time I try to fall asleep at night. Just echoing in my head. Oh, she's weird. She's weird? Not she's straight? Not like she's really nice? She's weird? Come on, man. Give me a
It's
fucking
almost
break.
like he's confirmed that she is flirting with you, and how weird is that?
Exactly.
How-
She is a huge freak. Why?
Yeah, she eats dirt too. What?
No, she loves things that suck.
Oh my
She's
God.
weird.
Oh my God.
And I think what
Oh my God.
I think what he meant was like because we talked about it more, even though my ears were ringing like a bomb had gone off behind me, but we were still talking. And I think what he meant was like, she is
Everything's
like,
in slow motion.
yeah, literally. I was like, just like staring at him, like getting dizzy. But I think what he meant was like, she's kind of like a boundaryless person.
Yeah.
Like she's like this with everyone.
She's like Luna Lovegood.
But my point is,
Never mind. God damn it. What
I
was
have-
that gray flag?
I have no Harry Potter knowledge whatsoever. I never read the books
got
or
it,
saw
don't
the
worry.
movies.
I got it too.
And now I get to be like, that's like a cool woke thing of me. I get to be like, I always hated her. But I just like couldn't read good when I was a kid. But my point is,
Wait,
if
can I jump in? I don't
Yeah.
know if this is. I absolutely hate because I said this the other day to someone, and I was like, I think so and so might have like a little crush on me, and I was
Yeah.
like excited that this person, and then my friend goes, "Oh yeah, she has a crush on everyone," and I was like, well then.
Been there. Fuck that. I want to die.
And I was just like, let me have this.
That's what I was gonna say.
Even if she does have a crush on everyone, I am one of the every.
Yes.
And let me have it.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I'm talking to someone who is friends with me and friends with this girl. He knows I have a boyfriend. He knows nothing's going to happen. Just say she was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what, like, and I think they're like jealous. I think people are like, well, no one's hitting on me right now, so that can't be happening to you. It has to be that she's weird. And maybe she was weird. But just let me be like the weird girl was hitting on me.
Right. It's a higher stakes thing if you're going to hit on her back and get rejected.
Right.
But you're not.
But I'm not.
So, yeah.
So, and I totally get it if you're like, I've been in positions where I've had to like save a friend from hitting on someone who just is like not interested, you know? But this wasn't one of those, I was not
you
reciprocating.
knocking your drink into her, sending her to the bathroom. You can't do this.
I walk up to the guy and punch him in the face. I'm like, it's about something else. Don't worry about it. But this is like, you know, just let people, like what you said, just let me think she has a little crush. Yeah. What are we doing? Let me feel good for a second.
Also, it's just like in a world where you have so many reasons not to shoot your shot, like, I don't know. These people need to learn a lesson if they're flirting with everyone.
Yeah.
They need to learn a lesson.
Yeah, and also if you are flirting with everyone, how about ask somebody out and then maybe get rejected?
Yeah.
That's the other thing I have a problem with. These people who are and by the way, I'm one of them. But people who like relentlessly flirt and never ask out because they don't want to, it's your turn to be rejected.
Yeah. And if 15 people ask you out and you're never interested in anyone, learn the lesson, bitch.
Yeah.
Stop being so flirty.
Yeah.
Maddie, you look like you're reflecting.
Well, I'm just thinking about times when I didn't think I was flirting with people, and then they got a girlfriend, and I was like, I can't act how I used to act around you because that was flirting, and I didn't realize it.
Oh yeah, that's happened to me.
Like I was like, oh, this is just how our friendship is, and then I was like, if I was this person's girlfriend and I saw this, I would be
freak
pissed,
out.
so I gotta chill out.
Yeah.
And then I do chill out, but I'm like, oh, I am when
Yeah.
I'm single, just kind of like default a little bit flirting a lot of the time. Well, I think I am. I think people are like, that was so sweet of you, honey. I like said hi to someone. But you know what I mean?
I do know
And then
what you mean.
when you or the
Yeah.
other person is in a relationship, not just any person, you're like, oh, that was flirtier than I realized because I can't do that anymore.
I also think this is a thing that happens to like women and femme people because a lot of the time I think I'm being what would be described as charming or charismatic if I was a man.
Ooh, true.
But then other people say I'm flirting, or it's a situation where I'm like, wow, his girlfriend would hate this. But it's like, but I am not. There's no agenda here. Like I'm not sexually or romantically interested in this person. I do want everyone to like me all the time, so I'm trying to be charming. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then because I'm a woman, people are like, she's flirting. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, true. It like weirdly cuts us off.
And I'm like, if I'm flirting, you're gonna fucking know it. By the way, I'm pretty good at it.
I think I must boy flirt because I'm not sure that people would describe me as a flirty person. But I am always trying to
Yeah.
be charming and charismatic.
Yeah, that might be boy flirting.
Yeah.
Wait,
girl
boy
and
flirting, girl flirting, what's the... I mean...
Is there a difference?
Well, there's like bad boy flirting, which is like negging.
Girls do that too.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
But I think it's boy coded. You know, I'm not saying only boys do it, but I think it's like misogyny coded.
Negging is truly the worst.
It's awful.
This is going to get into my story because it's about that.
I'm trying to watch Love Is Blind right now, and there's this
Love.
guy, but there's this guy who's like negging all of the girls, and
Which
then
guy?
he's like, Dave.
Are you watching the current season,
Yeah.
the most recent?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a little neggy.
He's
In the
neggy.
especially in the beginning.
And I'm in the beginning. I've
Yeah.
only watched the first 2 episodes and somebody already got engaged. It's crazy. But he's like doing this thing where he's being like he was talking to a girl and they're like seriously talking now. And she brought up the idea. She was like, do you want to talk about like if you want kids? And he was like, yeah, I'd love to talk about that. And she was like, well, you know, I'm 30. And he goes, yeah, you're getting old. But he's like not good at joking. So she was like, what? And he goes, I'm kidding. And I was
Yeah.
like, I hate you, dude.
It
I hate you.
It sullies the comedian's name because
Yes.
when you deliver it well,
Funny.
it's funny and not hurtful.
And it's when you deliver it well, you're literally saying it's crazy of you to think you're old.
Yes, yes, yes.
But he was just like,
Right.
just told a woman she was getting old who was expressing that she's nervous about that.
brutal.
Well, what's your negging story?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's short, but I read into it a lot. This was two mutual, like not close friends, but like acquaintances. And I was standing on the sidewalk with another girl who's very pretty. And then the acquaintance guy walked by and to her was like, "Get out of the way, fatty." And then to me was like, "Oh, I like your hair." And I was like, "So I'm ugly."
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you said that to the pretty girl because you're like, obviously that's a joke. But to me, you were like, "You look nice."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh."
Wow, look who tried.
Also, because at first it made me mad on her behalf. I was like, "You don't talk to her that way, even
Wait,
as a
sorry,
joke."
was this a
'cause she's not.
stranger?
No, we all know each other.
Oh, you all know each other.
But
But we're not like
you're not
close
friends.
friends. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was like, at first I was like, Mac, she by no stretch of the imagination is fat. So at first I was like, "You, even as a joke, fuck you."
Yeah.
And then to me was like,
Yeah.
"I like your hair," and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, that sucks.
brutal."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brutal.
I mean,
You know, it's also brutal. I thought you would laugh, and you look really sad for me.
no. I think I must have been in thought at the first sentence, so I was thinking. But now, I think what he did was wrong. But he might have been genuinely complimenting your hair because you
It is
did
new.
recently
Thank
just
you. That
dye
is
it
fair.
blonde. So I don't want you to take it. He
No,
is
I don't think he was
wrong.
like coming up with something. Yeah, he wasn't being like, "Oh, cool knees." Like he wasn't. Yeah, I'll take that. And also, they might know each other better than
knees is awesome. Talking about a compliment that'll throw someone off and not let you know whether or not they're flirting.
Oh my God, yeah. Cool knees.
Cool knees.
For weeks, I'd be like, I don't even know what that means.
Unless you have tattoos. The only possible
Was
scenario,
he complimenting my legs or does he like
Just the
my
knees.
knees?
And are they different from other people's?
and they're not hot, they're
I
cool.
thought they were the same as other people's.
A sculpture.
The only thing in my head that would make this interaction kind of okay is if Move Fatty was some like inside joke and these two people know each other a lot better than I thought they did.
Yeah.
I would never call anybody fatties.
Well, but if he called me a
any
fatty, I'd be like,
circumstance.
"You're actually calling me fat."
Yeah.
But what if he said, okay,
I'm fat like on a chart, dude. Like you gotta, you know what I mean?
But what if he said, I'm trying, when I do these things, it's never me in the position.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
universe where I'm going up to anyone and go, "Move fatty." But if I'm this guy, "Move fatties." What if he said it like that? Would you have been okay with plural "move fatties"?
The problem with
It would have made her feel fat and me feel skinny.
Yeah, calling a woman fat is just such like a calling a woman who is like borderline fat or above, it's so like off limits, I feel.
Yeah.
And even calling a skinny girl fat because she probably thinks she's fat.
Yeah.
All women think they're fat.
Yeah. But like
I definitely struggle with that. I know Jen does, and Jen is literally
yeah.
a twig.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
struggles
it sucks.
with her body image. Don't we all?
Sometimes
Alex, do you struggle with your body image?
Of course. I'd say it's my number one issue.
really
Oh,
Yes.
how vulnerable.
number one.
I'd say so.
Get out of
probably.
here, fatty.
No, fatty.
But yes.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
No, don't be.
I
Don't
think-
But
be.
you know when you see, okay, respectfully, I hope this is not very respectfully, when you see someone like you or Jen being like, "Oh, I struggle with my body," I'm like, well, then why would I even try to get in shape
That's
if
what I
I'm
was
going to
gonna
feel the
say.
same later?
That's what I was gonna say.
If I'm going to feel the same as I do now,
I said that I struggle with my body.
and I love your hair. I get it. I'm so sorry.
No, I said it. No, don't worry about it. Wait till when I was in the best shape of my life, I looked pretty good, and I would like, you know what?
Same bitch. Have I ever showed you? I have one picture that I'm like, is like my.
I'm trying to get back there.
Me too.
I had
Same.
I had one, like I had the side little line.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
When I was like 19.
I love that we're all like, this is so stupid, but also
But
when I
also-
looked like this.
But also, you guys didn't know me when I was 19 and I was so hot. And I was, but I was also in active drug addiction. But I was skinny. I was so skinny. But the whole time I thought I was fat. I thought like I would go out. I would go out with my friends and I
Not
thought I
mine.
was like,
I lost my weight, so I looked at myself like I was a god.
yeah.
Losing the weight is actually so much better, I think, than just having it. Because
Yeah.
Jen just has it,
Right.
and she has no idea how good
No,
she has
losing it, because now even if I lose like 5 pounds, I'm like, okay, skinny.
I'll literally be so grateful forever. Yeah, because I felt fat back then too, and I look back and I'm like, that's like almost my dream body.
No, literally.
That's
And I would go out with
crazy.
my friends and I thought I was like the fat girl of the group of people we were with. And now I look at photos of us together and we were sharing pants. Like, how did I not know that we were the same size? You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
We were literally exactly the same size. And I was like, God, these girls don't know what it's like to be a
Sisterhood
fat
of the Traveling
pig.
Pants is just actually about a bunch of girls with body dysmorphia. Somehow the pants fit. Yeah, you're all
You're all the same size. But I feel like now I feel the same as I did then, so it's like, who cares? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I felt fat then, I feel fat now. Whatever. Whatever, it doesn't matter. You know?
I feel fat.
Yeah. No matter what happens, I'll feel fat.
You'll always have that.
I'll always have that.
And this too shall pass. I feel fat.
And I'll feel fat. Unless I'm watching the Knicks play the Pacers in Indiana, because I'm looking at those people and I'm like, I feel hot
Those
as hell, dude. Wait, I was thinking about this, and I didn't know that you were. Well, I knew you were a Knicks fan from your story, but I didn't think about talking about this until you brought up the Knicks game. There's so much shit online about Karl Anthony Towns being like gay voiced.
Oh, yes.
Do you know
What?
about this?
Wait, who is that?
I've never.
He plays for the Knicks.
He's like the newest, he's like the new hot player.
Yeah.
He's like really good, but he's the newest, I guess, signee, would you
Yeah.
say?
Gay voice as in they think he's gay, or gay voice like he's appropriating it?
No. Like straight guys are kind of making fun of him for being like what they're calling zesty.
Wait. Can we listen to his
Karl
voice? I
Anthony
actually have not
Towns.
heard him speak.
If you look up, there's so much online about it. If you look up Karl Anthony Towns and the word zesty, it'll come up.
My non-binary friend obsessed over these videos.
Okay,
which is
great.
kinda odd.
I love that.
Which
Because
is
I am
odd.
kind of I am obsessed
you
with
don't
this.
have to do that.
What?
You have
But
queer
it is-
friends.
It is.
We get it.
You work on a queer podcast. He uses it to get pussy. Did you know that?
Yeah, well, they all do.
He tells
works.
women.
Yeah, I tell my
it
girlfriend.
does
I
work.
tell my girlfriend, and she has sex with me.
You go, babe, I have a non-binary friend.
Oh, I thought you meant the
Fuck
gay
me.
guy, the gay voice guy who does that to get pussy. You're
No,
saying
but
Alex
he is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But he is dating a gorgeous woman, Jordan Woods.
I'm trying to find like
I'll pull her up.
a
Just so.
zesty moments compilation.
There's so many.
Wait,
of
you
them.
pull it up because you can play it into your mic,
Okay.
Lizzie.
I can play it. I got.
Well, hurry the fuck up, Alex.
Oh my god.
It is in my algorithm.
Who's a celebrity you thought was gay and then wasn't?
Here's one.
That's a great question. Natasha Lyonne,
Oh, good
Yeah,
one.
very much.
but like famously.
Pedro Pascal?
Yeah, this is a good one.
This one I think is like.
It's crazy because after all that, they took him off the court to put him even closer to the locker room. So I was like, all right.
Bro, they asked me in media about you. What? They really did.
What buzz right now? Like, no, for sure.
Look up Karl Anthony Towns, the SEC.
I mean, that was a lot more pronounced
SEC.
than I thought it was going to be.
I don't think that he's gay. I think that he's on the spectrum.
I don't think that he's gay either. I think he's.
I'm not even saying that in that he is that's a very particular.
Well, I was talking.
Wait, really?
I was talking to my boyfriend about this, and I was like, "This is my thing. He might be on the spectrum. What I think is that is not a gay guy. That's a guy who hangs out with women all the time.
Yeah,
He was like raised by a mom, had sisters, is in a relationship with a woman. I was saying to my boyfriend, I was like, you talk like that when you hang out with me all day and we watch Drag Race.
You said the
That's
FCC?
what's going on. He fucking loves his wife.
Wait, say
What was I? FCC.
The SEC.
and other players make fun of him.
No, fan, like people online.
They can fuck the
Fans.
I
fuck
think
off.
it's
Yeah.
mostly stems from he doesn't have that voice all the time. It's
Right.
like it'll bleed
It pops
through
out.
He
of
code
Is it when he gets
switches?
excited?
He does.
It
code
is when he
switch.
gets excited.
That's really cute.
Or he does this
So
thing.
it's just joy?
Oh,
it's just the
you
sound
know
of
what?
joy?
He might be gay. Now that I hear the code switching,
Yeah.
he might be gay.
If he gets fouled, he goes, "Oh my god!" And they really have a field day with that.
I love that.
I love that. I love that he does that.
Actually, I feel that basketball would benefit the most from a gay presence.
Is this the one
Yeah.
of him shooting?
Especially because he's good.
Is
Yeah.
this,
good.
this
He's-
is the first thing that came up.
No,
is it
no. It's him saying the words the SEC. It doesn't matter. He just sounds gay when he says it. You guys get it. He goes, the SEC. And then and people are like, and he's doing this with his hand while he's doing it.
Here's more of it. This is more of the, I guess, gay hand.
No, that's not gay
that's
hand.
basketball.
That's autism hand. I'm telling you, man, that's EDS. I know what that is. That he's got a condition.
Is that a real thing? I'll see like reels sometimes where it's like if you sleep with your hands like in a T-Rex position when
No,
you're,
that's
you're
actually
autistic.
a lot of people just
It's
sleep
like a
that.
sensory.
By the way, this is the
Well, a lot
woman
of
that
people
he's
also.
dating.
Because that's how we were in the womb. Oh shit.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, like,
heard her
holy
name.
hell.
Yeah. Wow.
And gay guys can date beautiful women, but that is a beautiful woman.
No, I mean, like, obviously, I'm not actually speculating on his sexuality, but I think it's good. Like, that's
Yeah.
great. Like, he's not afraid of his.
That's kind of my point. Is I think it's cool to be doing something so straight and talk the way you talk.
Yes. Ambiguity is hot.
Yes, I also would.
because it's also authenticity.
Yes, and I would guess that his personality, the way he talks, I bet it's one of the reasons why that beautiful woman likes him.
Yes.
I bet he's nice. Well, I'll never say that a man is being nice to a woman that I haven't met, but like he seems nice.
Yeah.
He makes little TikToks with her.
It's also
where they show off
especially
their
risky with
outfits.
basketball players.
Yeah,
Athletes
athletes in general.
Yeah, athletes in general. But Jen and I love when Jen does, obviously there's no boy, but it's fun to do like femme things.
Yeah.
And we both femme up and it's fun to do mask things.
Yeah.
And we both mask up, like,
And I love when my boyfriend does little gay boyfriend stuff.
yeah.
I love when he has a tote bag, I love when he watches Drag Race with me and has opinions. That's fun.
Yeah, yes.
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 And I feel like that's what's happening here. I feel like they're in love and he hangs out with a girl all the time. So he kind of talks like a girl.
Oh, that one's been falling apart. We got
Don't
to
worry
fix it.
about it.
Don't worry
That's
about
not
it.
a you
Okay.
problem. That's a me problem.
Well, this was a great episode.
Yeah.
I think.
This was a great episode.
Do you guys have stuff you want to plug?
Yeah. Please follow me on Instagram at LIZZY CASSIDY. I'm like 1,020 followers away from 10K.
Get
And a lot
Lizzy
of
to
people-
10K.
Lizzy to 10K.
A lot of people have said to my face that they're not giving me things because I don't have 10,000 followers. So if we could just get it there, that would make my
Who the fuck
life.
is saying this to you?
Oh, every manager I've had a meeting with. And it's annoying.
We're gonna put it in the
And I don't think they're right.
We're gonna put it in the pre-roll,
But just
so
can
people know
we
right
just
off
do
the
it
bat.
so I don't have to
Go.
worry about it anymore?
It's also just so. They're always 10 steps behind where
I
the
know.
internet is.
Yeah.
And
I'm also like, you guys think 10,000 followers is going to move tickets? You got another
yeah,
thing
you're
coming,
an
but
idiot. Like, even just that, picking 10,000 as a
It's
number.
such a-
Sorry, dude.
it's the
people
wrong
with
number.
100,000
Yeah.
followers can't move tickets.
It's
like,
the wrong number,
Like,
and it's so annoying. It's so annoying. But like, it would just make my life easier to have it.
Also,
you know?
Lizzy's like the fucking best comic. Like you do it for
yeah,
yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Like it's absolutely must be done.
And Maddie, anything you want to plug?
I am gonna be having a busted body and great hair at mostly just spots in the city this summer. So I'll be at the Comedy Cellar or whatever. But I have a
You're doing
mailing
an
list in
OnlyFans
my-
with
oh
your-
my god, yeah.
Oh my God,
I have
you're doing an
I have an
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, and it's just me reading Hegel and trying to figure it out. So if you want to come
So
see
that you
me-
get the bonus.
yeah.
Can I ask you a question about this bonus?
Mm-hmm.
How much donation do you need to get the bonus?
I want to say like 1,000.
I think it's
You get
1,000 from like 20 different people. Right?
1,000?
Yeah, I think so.
$1,000 from 20 different people?
Yeah, which I'm
At
like,
least 20?
we don't have to make that happen. You know what I mean?
No, we
We're trying to
do.
make it
You deserve
happen.
the bonus.
And then what's your
But like,
bonus?
what am I really giving them?
No,
Is
no,
that
no,
like
no.
even
What's
fair?
your bonus if you get $1,000 off 20 people?
3,000 or 4,000, I think.
I can just do this.
No, but it has to be 20 individual people.
I will make 20 accounts.
No, they
like,
figured that out.
You can't cheat it, and I don't want to. Yeah. Also, if they found this clip, like it's you have to actually do it.
Listener, go donate $50 to Maddie.
$50. Do not
Yeah,
do
give
that,
her
you little
50
baristas.
bucks.
Do not do that.
If you have rich parents, give Maddie $75.
Hilarious. You don't have to
If
do
you
that.
have rich parents, give Maddie $1,000.
Yeah. But you've given them so much free entertainment. People want to give you $50.
I guess so.
Go to
But
Maddie's
I'm really wanting to
OnlyFans.
do this if you can help me learn Hegel, because what I'm really interested in is just Phenomenology of Spirit is supposed to be one of like the densest books, and I'm really actually trying to get a grip on it.
and totally, and that matters. But also, you deserve to get your money.
And then my big tour dates are out, and they're like on the cusp of like low ticket warnings. You know, they're like 2/3 sold out. So this is Boston, Minneapolis, Seattle, Atlanta, Chicago, and if we want to add shows, we gotta sell those out soon. And I would love to add shows. So please go buy your tickets as a favor to me. And if we don't add shows, well, then you're just missing the better seats. So just go get them. All the tickets are the same price. I'm not gouging here.
I don't know why people don't just go get them. Go get them.
Well, maybe they haven't
So
done
many
their
people wait till the last minute. Go
right.
get them.
Yeah, please wait.
Yeah, get them
next time you
sooner
get your
rather than later.
paycheck,
Yeah.
whatever. Please go get them. I'd be so appreciative. And patreon.com/
We didn't mention that Maddie's talk has Jesus Christ on it, and I just had to.
let's do that in the bonus.
Yeah.
And then as always, thank you so much for your donations to the Patreon. You guys really keep this going.
Whoop, whoop.
Patreon.com/ WHGS. I have too many podcasts. Almost forgot the name. Okay, bye. Thank you for listening. A full version of this episode and weekly bonus episodes, patreon.com/ WHGS. And for just $3 a month, you get a weekly stream of my weekly show. And on that stream, I have been working on my newest hour. And I'm not trying to gloat, but I finally got it to a point last night where I was so happy with it, and I got a standing ovation, and I was so grateful. And the reason I was so grateful is because I know that I could not make this work without the correct audience. And it feels so nice to be held by you guys and celebrated by you guys. And you allow me to be a full person in my work, and you allow me to explore kind of risky spaces. And I'm just grateful. I'm just really, really grateful for that. How gay is this, Alex?
Very gay.
Alex.
Oh.
How could you say that?
No. No.
And Alex is going on vacation. You seem uncomfortable, Alex.
I don't know. It's just well, I'm already gonna be back by the time this episode comes out.
Who cares?
I do. I control the narrative. I pull the strings.
How was your vacation, Alex?
My vacation was awful.
What happened?
I didn't have any gay sex podcasts to edit.
Honestly, it's a miracle you've stayed in this job this long. How do you deal with hearing my dumb voice every week? Listener, patreon.com/ WHGS.
Here's what happened. Here's how you do it, listener. You buy a membership to a shooting range. and you form a connection with the guy who runs it, the guy with questionable political views. You form a bond, and if that goes well, maybe he'll let you put up your own pictures on the targets. and there can be people that frustrate you. And you'll do that, and you get to go to work the next day.
I can't think of anything worse for a straight cis white man to do than bring the face of a gay celebrity to a target, a shooting range. You'd be on an FBI list immediately.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was very funny. Have a good week, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making this possible.